I want to give Northeastern a ton of credit. I thought they came in here, they guarded us really well. They were really physical. They posed a lot of problems for us on the offensive end in the first half. It was a great college basketball game. There are just no nights off in our league. And on one hand, Doherty is he's played like a first-team all-league player. So on the surface, you think it's really going to be great that he's not playing. But everything we've done prep was with him around it, and now all of a sudden they're doing different things offensively. Their backup post guys are more athletic and rim protectors. I mean, they played volleyball with some of our shots at the rim. They just banged them around. So it was hard for us to score, really hard for us to score. And give Coach Cohen, being a little shorthanded, just how they played, I give them a ton of credit. We were fortunate to win. We made huge plays late.
So in the first half, after opening tip-off, Northeastern crept its way into the game after you guys started with a hot start into the game, right? And then they ended up tying the game late into the first half. So what do you think was not working during that stretch when Northeastern took a comeback?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. Our guards had a hard time getting by him. Aaron Clark had a good first half. He was 4 for 8 from the field. Nobody else was, offensively able to get on track against their length and athleticism on the perimeter. And it's a rare occurrence, but if we're going to be at halftime and Fitz and Chris are going to be 2 for 11 with 2 turnovers, we're going to be in trouble because those guys are so important to us. And honestly, Fitz's offense and Chris Mito's defense at crunch time is why we won the game. But the reason we struggled so bad in the first half was they just didn't. They couldn't score like they typically score for us. It was really, to me, as simple as that, because I knew we'd have a hard time getting by their guards. Their guards are all 6'4", and they're really athletic. So it's going to be hard to get by those guys. So our answer to that is to throw it inside, and if you're not going to make layups and you're going to get the ball ripped out of your hands, offense is going to struggle, and that's what it was.
And then in the second half, was a different story with Northeastern grabbing an early lead, but then you guys ended up giving up back into the game and stealing the victory late into the game. So what was the game plan? What did you tell the guys to ultimately come back so late into the game and achieve the victory?
Yeah, I mean, I wish it was something you said, right? If coaching was that simple and they were robots, we'd win them all. Every team in the country would be undefeated. I think this is what it was. We kept talking about we needed to be, we were at the 9-minute mark and it was a 1-point game. We just kept saying we've just got to be great for 9 minutes because the whole game felt like a trip to the dentist. On both ends of the floor. So we were trying to be great for 9 minutes, and that didn't really happen. And then we were talking about just try to be great for 5 minutes. And 5 minutes of overtime against UNC Wilmington's the best 5 minutes of basketball we played all year. So we tried to talk about that a little bit. But it wasn't going to be adjustments. We were still throwing the ball inside. All of a sudden, Fitz caught passes, and Fitz drew fouls, and Fitz made free throws. Which wasn't happening earlier in the game, and he's a huge part of our offense. So he got going. The hustle play that Andre Snoddy made, in my opinion, won us the game. And Aaron Clark gets all the credit because he banged the dagger 3 in the corner that we absolutely had to have. But Snoddy knocked the ball away from about 4 guys to give us an extra possession after we didn't score. And then, the next trip down, Dean Knoll up 2, throws his hook shot in. That's his game. That's what he does. And it was a big shot. I thought Dean in the second half really competed at a high level. He was the guy that hit the first 2 shots for us to start the second half. When you have 22 points at halftime, somebody making 2 shots to jumpstart the second half is really meaningful. So, I thought Dean was really, he's a competitor. He's a tough kid, man. And so it was great. There was going to be a little bit of a hangover from Thursday's loss. That was as brutal a loss you could ever have. We led 35 minutes. They led 4 minutes. And we deserved to win, and we didn't. And that's really hard. And I thought the guys handled that extremely well.
Last one we got. That's all I have.
All right, no, I want to address one quick thing. Just want to thank the Children's Hospital turnout. Not only was the crowd awesome, but what a great cause. And obviously our players and coaches want to do everything in our power to support those kids and the families that are going through some really tough times. And we talked to our team a lot about, Thursday's loss was really hard. It's basketball. You got people that are dealing with real life issues that were coming to the game, and the hospital did a great job of getting people out. And I give, Rob DeVita and his staff not only making sure it was organized, but done in a first class fashion. And we really appreciate those families, and we'll be thinking about them for sure.